G'day Sam, Hayden here from Pacific Toyota. Mate, just here to run over this 2016 Toyota Hilux work, mate. As you can see, mate, it does have a lot of gear on the car, so I just want to go around it in complete detail. Look, before I do so, a bit about us, Pacific Toyota. We run two large pre-owned vehicle yards here in Cairns. As you can see, it's one of my colleagues, Hayden Kendall, from the other yard that's here. Mate, we stock anywhere between sort of that 160 to 185 cars in stock. Just showing my sold section there. Across the road, there's my inventory buyer, Brody. He's also learning the sales side of things at the moment, but you've got our lovely service centre across the road, Lexus of Cairns showroom, and our new vehicle showroom just up there. Mate, just want to go around the vehicle in complete detail. Like I said, look, I'm basically going to point out any defects if there are any of the car. I'm just going to be just full transparency because at the end of the day, you're going to see the car in person, so it's easy to address those things now. Mate, I'm just going to start from the front corner. So obviously being a bull bar, it looks like the bull bar got used a little bit here. The car, it's all in line, but just looks like it's got a little bit of a scuff on there. Look, if it is a concern to you, please let me know. More than happy to have a chat to management about it. It's running the ARB intensity spotlights. I'm not sure if you've ever had a quote for them, but they are not cheap. They are north of 1400. So good quality. They're very bright. Great spotlights. Just coming across the bonnet, so just trying to find any paint chips on here. Look, if there's a couple of very faint marks. I've got my finger there in comparison so you can see how small they are. The car's been very well looked after, so the paint's in really good quality. It's very glossy and smooth, so it's got no oxidation there, which is great. Couple of chips just up here as well. Once again, very minor. It's a real credit to the previous owner. They've really looked after this vehicle. Anyone who buys it is going to be very happy with this car. Just coming up over the top of the guard to the base of the A-pillar. As you can see, all the door trimmings and lines are very straight. Like I said, it's a very well looked after car. It does run all-terrain tyres on it. As you can see, you've got plenty of tread. It's nothing worse than buying a car than having to put a set of tyres on it in a couple of months' time. So you're going to be get plenty of tread life out of these. So happy days through there. Mate, just continuing down the body of the vehicle. Now, there were a couple little marks just through here. Once again, very minor. I just want to be as thorough as possible. Like I said, if these are any concern to you, please let me know. I'm more than happy to have a chat to management about it if they're a deal breaker for you. Just coming up over. Now, you've got a bit of discoloration. This is a sticker. This is basically just to protect any rocks flicking up. It's a lot easier to change a sticker than paint a car, so they've just got that there. That's standard from Toyota factory. Just coming down to the back of the vehicle. Just going to go to the rear tyre. Once again, plenty of tread. You're not going to be able to set of tyres anytime soon. Just on the chassis there, very clean and tidy. Look, I always like to video the chassis. You can usually tell if it's a serious off-roader because the chassis be quite, how could you say, stained from the mud, which this one isn't. So it's probably more of a highway warrior, a bit of a workhorse. Got the nice ladder rack on the roof there. Just continuing down the body through the roof of the vehicle. As you can see, all very well looked after. I'm just going to go through the door cards as well. So through here, obviously you get usually the odd little scratch mark through here from fingernails, but to be honest, it's very well looked after, this car. Just coming down there, so you got the 6-speaker stereo in this one. Just through to the dash here. So if you do have a touchscreen display and reversing camera fitted to this model, you've got your air conditioning system through there, as well as your cup holders and obviously through your center console. Now, you do have a fire extinguisher fitted to this, so this leads me to believe it was more of a, I'd say, had a purpose. This car was more of a workhorse than any off-roader. So it's got all that through there. Just coming into the back of the vehicle as well. Once again, got the rubber floor mat, so everything's been quite well protected. Just coming across the rear seat. All in all, very well looked after. Now, just doing the door card, there is a couple of marks on this one. So just through here, like I said, I'm just really picking this apart. This car is really well looked after. It's a great looking vehicle. I'm probably being a bit tough on it, but hey, got to show these things. Just zooming back, as you can see, just a great looking car. The Toyota badges, or the Toyota across the back tailgate's been taken off. We've had rear sensors fitted to the rear step as well. Now, there isn't a tow bar on it. More than happy to have a chat with management regarding that. Just opening the back, looks like there's one single canvas seat cover in here. So that must have been for a driver's seat, I'd take it. You do have the tub liner that's been fitted, as well as the rear drawers. Once again, ARB through there. ARB are just the best of these. Like, usually drawers get a little bit stiffer over time, but these ones are just perfect. You do have an inverter fitted, so as you can see, you got 240 volt in here. So that's pretty exciting. We don't see that very often. I'm just trying to lift that up. I'm not sure actually what I'm doing, so I think it's just like that. I'm not 100% sure. So yes, it's a massive inverter. So you've got all that in there, and it's been inspected by Hilux. So like I said, I'd say this would have been a government vehicle. What it did, I'm not 100% sure, but like I said, you got an inverter there. So that's pretty cool. Don't see that very often in any way, so that's good. Just going to continue my way around the body of the car. So just coming through here, as you can see, all very clean and tidy. Now this is probably the biggest bit of damage I've seen on the car, and it's just a scratch along the back tailgate here. Like I said, more than happy to speak to management about potentially getting a brush touch on that, but completely up to you. Just let me know what your thoughts are. As you can see, you've got the tread on the tyres there. I'm just going to continue down the bodywork to the front, and then I'll come back and do the interior. As you can see there, another little scuff on the door. Continuing my way down to the front tyre, but the car is very well looked after. It's a clean car. It's a real credit to the previous company that had it, or owner, I'm not potentially sure. So you've got all that through there. I'm just going to come into the back seat here. So once again, the rear doors have a few little scuffs on them. So this one's just a little bit lower on this side. To be honest, I'm just looking at the camera and looking at it in real life. It looks a little bit worse on the camera than in real life. So it's probably a good way to see it. So as you can see that through there. I just want to come to the back. I didn't really go over it, but with this ladder rack, they've actually got rollers on it. So it's quite easy to get the ladders on and off, which is good. So I'm very happy with that. Just coming into the car itself. Now obviously this one's the main traffic area, so obviously to drive a car you got to come through this door, so you tend to get the most marks. I'm just going to go quite slow over here because there's just they're very faint. They're not deep, they're very faint scratches, so just wanted to go over that there. Standard wear and tear to be expected. Obviously the car's done 100,000. Got the rubber floor mats and vinyl flooring through there. Front seating. Once again, all around, just a great vehicle. Good value for money. I'm just going to turn it on. So in here we go. So we've got 94,805 on the clock. We've also got the steering wheel controls just here, as well as the cruise control through there. On your screen here into reverse, that's one that gives you your reversing camera. On top of that, I've got the service history here. So it was originally serviced, its first service, that's not its first service. So it looks like the first service wasn't stamped. The second one was, and it was done at 15,000 Ks for the 20. The 30 was done at 27,000 Ks. That was done through Ian Way in Rockhampton. It was done again at Maruka at 41,000 Ks, which is Brisbane. Brisbane again at 52,000 Ks. Brisbane again at 60. So very good service history. Motorama again in Brisbane at 70. Downtown Toyota at 85,400 for the service there. That was only done at 5th month 20. And then we've actually done one here. So Coral Motors is part of the Pacific Toyota group, and we did a service at 94,788, which is literally only a couple of kilometers ago. So look, that's the car all wrapped up. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to give me a call. It's an all-round great vehicle. Like I said, it's got a couple of marks here and there, but to be honest, the foundations this car sits on are just absolutely paramount and well looked after. So look, any questions, please don't hesitate to give me a call on 0410 839 933. But thanks for watching the Virtua Tour. Have a good day.